We have to give Iowa credit. There's more to do here than we ever imagined. In case you missed last week's video, we'll add the link below. This week, we're wrapping up our Iowa adventures, and we have a lot in store for you. 35 years ago, a movie came out. Do you remember which one it was? Has to do with Iowa, specifically Dubuque.
They did build the set in Iowa. And
they will come.
Because some people came towards the area, the building site. Stay tuned, we'll show you what it's all about. We leave Madrid, Iowa, where we're staying at Ledges State Park, and head to Altoona. Our first stop is Pappajohn's Sculpture Park. The park is 4.4 acres in downtown Des Moines. Some of the artwork is pretty incredible, and other pieces kind of left us scratching our heads. Either way, it was a nice afternoon walk.
We're in Altoona, Iowa. And one thing I wanted to mention is that if you get the opportunity when you go to these different states, if you can pick up one of these books or go online, I think pretty much every state comes out with one. It has all the different things to do in the area, places to stay, places to eat. Anyway, that's one of the ways that we find some of these hidden gems, because when you would just search on Google, it shows the big things, like, you know, what's the national park or national monument or whatever in that area, but this will have the little places.
Speaking of things that are small, we're going to go see an alpaca farm, which is Rusty Star's Alpaca Farm in Winterset, Iowa.
I can't wait. Never been to an alpaca farm, so.
Been a while since I've seen some alpacas.
And it's free.
I think there's one llama too. There you go. Somebody else listen through what we're doing here?
Stella says she does. You don't miss a meal. You don't miss a meal.
Can I get over here? Can I get a little bit more? Oh, thank you, boy. Thank you, boy.
Oh my gosh, Rusty Stars is so cute.
That was pretty fun. Like, I mean, not any time you can be able to go hang out with a bunch of alpacas, and there was the one llama that we saw.
Barry?
Barry?
Right? I think it's Barry.
We can't remember all the, I think there was like 17 alpacas. We couldn't remember all the names, but we were told pretty much every single one of them. Mm-hmm. We had a really good time. He was just great as far as the host too, yeah. the owner of the alpaca farm.
Aaron's pretty awesome. So
he was. He showed us around. We got a chance to be able to see everything and see just, you know, exactly what it does. And we got, we didn't bring in the...
Oh, I'll go get it.
Little alpaca. So we did get one actually made of alpaca fur.
Yeah, they do have a little gift shop. Like I said before, it's completely free. You can get a little cup of food and hand feed all the most of the alpaca. There are some that have a necklace on, and they just they kind of be left alone.
Just don't want to either be fed or just don't want to be touched.
Yeah. Okay. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? It is the fluffiest, softest little alpaca.
It kind of looks like between an alpaca and a poodle that just hasn't been trimmed or shaved, but
sheared.
It's our Pappajohn.
We also got some stickers. So again, thank you so much to Aaron. We had such a good time. Highly recommend you guys make the trip out to the alpaca farm. Next up, Gladbrook, Iowa, where we make our way to Union Grove State Park. The campground was empty when we arrived, minus the camp host, but it did pick up a little by the weekend. The cabins were vacant, which turned out to be a great place for the dogs to run. We also got to watch quite a few deer meander around the campground.
Our main reason for staying in Gladbrook was to see Matchstick Marvels. This is home to some of the 8.6 million matchsticks used to create various sculptures. The artist, Patrick Acton, has made 75 masterpieces with just glue and matchsticks. His later art pieces have even included sounds, working doors, hatches, and lights. His most recent masterpiece is his Back to the Future diorama. Having grown up in the 80s as a kid, this brings back memories. The attention to detail was impressive. Simply press a button, see the lights turn on in various buildings, another switch raises and lowers the lift in the auto shop, even the street lights change from green to yellow to red. Everything is to scale and not a single detail has been missed.
Iowa is full of a lot of very unique things between, our ice cave before, and then take a look at this.
Oh, unbelievable the amount of time and effort that it took to be able to build each individual thing. I can't even fathom just building like a wheel or building one little tiny thing. The Back to the Future setup,
impressive.
Again, just the mentality that he has to be able to build all this is just unbelievable. Yeah,
and I think they said he started back in 1978 or so. He said his fingers have touched over 7 million matchsticks, and it's very impressive. And he's obviously very artistic, very, pays attention to the little details. Back to the Future, we were just talking about the street signs and all this stuff that he could have left that out, and he didn't.
And now their matchsticks are almost hard to find nowadays. You just can't find them. He had one place that he was buying them from that didn't have the little sulfur tips on the end of it, and so he was able to get them produced, and they're not doing it anymore. So he said, I'll buy 5 million, and so he's going to retire as of next year.
As soon as they're all gone, what else do you do?
That's it. Find something else to build with.
After a few short nights, we're already moving on to our next campground. Only 94 miles down the road is Backbone State Park. Before we get to the campground, we need to visit the world's largest strawberry. Anyone else have that on their to-do list? No? Okay, let's get back to the park. Backbone State Park is Iowa's first state park, designated back in 1920. There are 21 miles of trails, including the Devil's Backbone, which is the highest point in northeast Iowa. There are multiple campgrounds within the park. Some offer electricity, and some are dry camping only. The nice thing about Iowa state parks is check-in is done online. Just make sure you have a campground map downloaded to your phone so you know where you're going when you arrive.
The park also offers areas for rock climbing, fishing, or even a CCC museum to check out, all for free.
Backbone State Park has a CCC museum. I couldn't find anywhere online that talked about the hours that it was open. So here's the scoop. It was closed for like 10 to 15 years because they couldn't find anyone to work it or couldn't afford to have anyone work it. Eventually volunteers got together, so it is open Friday, Saturday, Sunday. As of right now, for the summer months, it's open from noon to 4. Pencil that in.
Museum is a quick little stop for you to be able to just check out what's all around in Backbone State Park, and then also some other CCC places around the United States.
We also discovered an old trout hatchery from 1925.
It's like echoing in the center of the little hatchery.
It actually reminds me of when we went to the center of the universe, and you could so, just crop off your head. You don't need it, right?
Continue. Go on.
I was saying, it's like when we were at the center of the universe, and then when you're talking and stuff, but that was a little different because I think you could hear yourself kind of echo.
You can hear yourself echo just a little bit in here, just a little bit.
So I wonder if that's how they created that center of the universe, that sound, that everyone hears.
Yeah, I think it has to do with the way the concrete, and in that case the buildings too, but you can hear yourself echo standing right in here, just in the center of the hatchery.
He hatched. He's full grown. So that's why I cut his head off, because I wasn't used to him being full grown.
Still going. Still going.
As the sign said, this place closed back in 1988. But it's cool, these little like pods everywhere. When we see a rundown looking building, we have to investigate. Hidden within the junk was a very suspicious looking character.
As Willie Nelson likes to say, on the road again. Thankfully, it was another short trip. We made our way over the river and through the woods to Dubuque to see a movie set. All right.
What better time to do a video than when you're standing amongst corn?
We both have never been through cornfields before. Never needed to. Until now.
It's kind of an Iowa thing, I'd say. Kind of known for their corn and soy.
So obviously, if you can't tell, we're in the set of Field of Dreams with Kevin Costner, and it is a unique experience, especially when you're in the cornfield.
Yes, and it is free. They do ask for a $20 donation, or maybe I should say they suggest a $20 donation, and what they do is they hit you as soon as you get in. There's an attendant standing right there, and you're like,
You better donate, you hear?
Yeah.
Donate.
Yep. And you can take tours of the house. It's just the first floor. It's $20 per person to do that. There's a concession stand over here. There is a gift shop. And if there's no games going on, you can actually, grab a ball and a bat and go play a little baseball yourself.
I've been told this is not heaven. It's just
Iowa. We like to come up with some of the most unique things to do. So there's this Fenelon Place elevator. And it's not a typical elevator. It's actually this. It is the steepest and the shortest, I guess it's a rail car. I think that's technically what it's considered. So this was built I'll get you the exact date, back in the 1800s. It's burned down multiple times. It's been redone. Very reassuring, isn't it? So nowadays they have it, it's not built of the same, you know, cords and wood and everything, so it apparently hasn't burnt down in quite a while. The guy who owns this, the guy who originally owned this, he used to charge his neighbors, I don't know, it was like 5 cents or something to take a ride up. So nowadays it's $2 for an adult to take a ride up, $2 to come back down. Again, it's very quick, but it's very cool, very unique. And then as you can see, the car's coming back, and then the operator up top is the one who will close the door, pull you up, and you pay once you get to the top. Cash only. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this is so funny.
This is crazy.
Oh, it's literally just like some stairs. Okay, so now we have to pull the bell to let them know that we're ready. Wait, are you ready? Are you ready for this? Here we go. We're gonna hear the bell come again, and that means that they've heard us, and we're about to go up. There it is. So here we go. This is so insane. This is fun. I don't actually know what's at the top. I mean, I know it was a person's house. I'm sure it's like a museum now. We just wanted to ride this thing. What do you think?
It's definitely unique. This is weird.
The ride to the top is only about 2 minutes long, and then you get to the top, and it's just a pretty view. Nothing too crazy. You know, we bought a postcard. It's the extent of it. And there's some other people up there, so we had some good conversation, just, you know, hanging out. And then another 2-minute ride down. It was fun, though. Definitely worth the $8, you know, for us both to do it. So don't miss it if you're in Dubuque, Iowa. Our final campground in Iowa is Maquoketa Cave State Park. Iowa has a lot of caves throughout the state, but this park has more than any other state park.
They have 6 miles of hiking trails, a 50-foot natural bridge that towers above Raccoon Creek, and 13 caves. Some caves are easy to walk through, such as the 1,100-foot Dance Hall Cave. Others are narrow passageways only accessible to those serious splunkers. This might sound fun in your 20s, but every decade after that makes it a little less enticing. And for me at 6'2", that's definitely not going to happen.
The caves close from October 15th through April 15th every year for hibernating bats. Downside about wearing a hat in a cave is you have a harder time telling where the top is. You're constantly needing to look up so you don't bonk your head.
Oh man, wow.
And there are some spiders down here, just in case you were wondering. Oh my. Oh, it keeps going down.
You're supposed to go in that hole.
You better not be claustrophobic. That is a tight space. Not all the trails here are well marked, so keep that in mind before you head out. To get to Shinbone, the map made it look like we go one way. Well, it turns out we had to cross a bridge and then go up the stairs to get to Shinbone Cave. So don't trust the maps either. This is Match Cave.
What's in there?
He says, no, don't like it, guys. Oh, but it's nice and cool, huh?
Okay. We've determined something here at how do you pronounce it?
We haven't figured out how to pronounce it yet, so
Maquoketa Caves.
Well, I know it's
Park?
not pronounced that way because they say it's not pronounced the way you think it would be, which is the way it's spelled. So it's something that looks like that, but apparently does not sound like that.
This place is amazing. It is crazy. Up and down, going through caves and like
Tons of stairs.
going through everything. There's a north side and there's a south side. And we went through the south side first. A lot more up and down, going down steps and going down everything else. And a lot more to see on the south side. A little bit more treacherous, I guess you could say. On the north side, the caves aren't as amazing. It's a lot more flat. But if you have a little bit of time, go south.
Or if you only have a little bit of energy, go south.
We've gone about 3.5 miles, and we're almost finished up going through the north side. So it's definitely, there's a lot to hike through, but it is spectacular. Like going through the caves, best experience, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything to come in to check out all the caves and check out everything. And I mean, we've been through a lot of caves, and I think it's a pretty good experience to be able to see all this and free, which I love.
If it's free, he'll take 2.
Yeah.
As Ryan said, the north side is easier because it's flat and then there are some stairs to get into caves. But on the south side, it's actually hiking up like mud, kind of slick ground. So keep that in mind and definitely pay attention to your footwear.
Yeah, you need hiking boots coming through here. And even with hiking boots, we're slipping a little bit. Doesn't help that we have our 4-legged friends with us. That makes it a little bit more treacherous. But they need to get out. They need to be moving just like we do. Come on, Tito. Come on, Tito. Come on. Tito.
Oh my gosh, I need long legs.
Do not fall.
Yes, I know.
Come on, Savage. Keep going.
I do. Okay. Well.
Oh, because here's the window.
Oh, there you go. Turn the flashlight on. There you go. In case we haven't said it out loud, it would also help to bring a flashlight or 2 headlamps.
Headlamp.
Anything like that. Yeah. Ready to get off.
Headlamp.
It's not as important on the north side, but on the south side, it'll help you out.
It's like 3.5 miles.
And we're not done yet.
One more cave. I guess people try to get down in there. Yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, wow.
You're not going anywhere. I don't think you can actually get anywhere. She's walking this tree just to get that.
Don't judge.
She's pushing her luck there. Definitely pushing her luck. She'll show it to you if she makes it back. Tito's waiting patiently. Savage, you waiting patiently?
In all fairness, I can't see what the pictures are going to look like. So, bear with me.
Okay.
Oh, hi, honey. Where you going? You going to go see my mushrooms? Yeah, right. He's going to go look for chipmunks. He doesn't care about mushrooms. He cares about the little fuzzy things that run from him. Right? Oh, and anyone wonders why Mama's dirty? It's the Tito's. Such a good girl.